So with me here, I'm drinking, this is mango and ginger, right?
With nuts.
With nuts. And I love it. That brings me to the... Welcome to What's Cooking with Tracy Wamboi. Today we are featuring Lavi juices. You can follow them. I'll tag them so you can follow them, and also for delivery. So guys, when was the last time you took fresh fruit juice? If not, this is a sign for you to get healthy with fresh fruit juice. Let's get blending. So with me, I have Joyce Kiiru, the face behind Love It Juices. Thank you so much, Joyce, for having us, for your time. Tell us, what is Love It Juices?
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. Love It Juices is a brand name for fresh fruit juices, and we pride ourselves in making quality, fresh, homemade fruit juice that you can enjoy at the comfort of your home.
So Joyce, what inspired you to start this as a business?
Okay, I'll start a bit back. Love It Juices, I'll say it has operated as a business from 2019, but before that, it was a hobby. It was birthed way in 2003. And how it came about is I started making fresh juices for my husband. Sorry, I had just gotten married, and the pressure of one getting married, I didn't know what I can be offering that is quality and fresh. And I think those days the fear of you didn't know what to make as a meal that will qualify a good meal for your husband. And back then, those days, we used to have, it's not like now that there is YouTube and a lot of collections where you can get a lot of ideas from. We used to have a lot of newspapers, and in every, I think, Friday newspapers, we used to have some menus And yeah, so I had a lot of newspaper cuttings that I had collected over the years, so that when I get married, I'll have enough menu to cook for my husband. But one thing was lacking from all these menus. There was nothing on drinks. And my pursuit for having a quality fresh fruit juice, I wondered, why is it that there's nothing fresh and for drinking? So in my pursuit for that, I decided to start something to make fruits in the house, fruit juices. So I would buy a fruit and try and blend and see how it works. And basically that's how it began. So over the years, I was doing it, yes, as a hobby, a passion. And it was serious because every time we'd go visiting friends and family, my shopping basket used to have only fresh fruit juice. So the people I would visit, like I would call them, like I'd be testing on them, like the juices I take to them, will they love them? So if someone makes a comment, I know what to correct and all that. So basically, I would say I've taught myself over the years how to make the juices and what fruit really stands out for whichever juice I want to make.
So with me here, I'm drinking, this is mango and ginger, right?
With nuts.
With nuts. And I love it. That brings me to the... I love it. That brings me to the next question. Why the name Love It?
Why love it? So love it, I don't think I've ever explained it to anyone how it came about. But in hindsight, it's one of my names actually.
Your name?
Yeah, but with a bit of a twist. So how I came about it is like I wanted something that people would love and enjoy. And I didn't want to just come up with a name that is obvious. When it's love, it's L-O-V-E. So I wanted to give it a bit of a twist and for it to be captivating. So it means whenever you take the juice, you have to love it. So I got the inspiration of how to twist the word love. And when I say it's one of my names, some people will understand later. So it's one of my names. So it means whatever I get my hands to do, people have to love it and they have to enjoy it. So that's how Love It came about. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. So what other flavors do you make? I can see we have mango, ginger, and nuts.
Mhm.
If we can see, we have so many others.
Mhm.
You can name them.
Okay.
Mm.
What you're taking is mango, ginger, and nuts.
Mm.
It's more like a smoothie. It's
Okay.
actually, we don't classify it in
As
the
a juice.
juices,
Okay.
So because it's very healthy and filling.
Mm.
So like now you're going to take this and no meals for today.
Mm.
So we really look at it as a healthy fruit drink and more or less like a smoothie because it's very filling and it's healthy.
Mm.
We have a variety of flavors,
Mhm.
more or less about 12, 13, but the leading flavors, we have our best leading juice is the orange juice.
Mhm.
That is our number one. And then we have the passion. And then we come to the mango ginger with nuts. One of the flavors that is not here is the pineapple mint. It's also a leading flavor.
Mhm.
And then we have a cocktail and plain pineapple. And then there's what we call classic juices. Guava falls in the classic juices.
Okay.
So we have guava, hibiscus, tamarind. Yeah, basically that's that. And lime and ginger. Yes.
I can also see we have dawa shots.
Yes, I've not
Tell us
mentioned.
something. Tell us something about this.
So dawa shots is okay. First we have a dawa in 1 liter,
Mhm.
and then we have dawa shots. We first launched this, that is last year, that one, and it's more or less like an immune booster.
Okay.
So, and most people will use it even for weight loss because it helps cleanse and clean your system.
Mhm.
And basically the ingredients we have ginger, lime, turmeric, honey, water, and garlic.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we launched this, most people would find a way to be carrying this either to their office, to their whatever events they have, and we found this was a bit bulky. So last year is when we launched the
The
shots.
small ones.
Yeah, so that this one is a convenient pack. You can easily carry your one pack, one bottle a day, because ideally it's one bottle a day.
One
These
bottle
are-
a day?
Yes.
Okay.
These are 8 of them. So the whole idea is you can take this for 1 week.
Mhm.
So we are slowly looking at how to launch a 2-week pack, months pack. But ideally, this is more convenient, easy to carry, and someone can carry it anywhere. Even men, you can put them in your trouser pocket, ladies in your
In your
handbag. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easily,
yeah.
but it's the best immune booster we have in town. We cannot afford to miss this. Yes.
Make sure you order one. They're really nice pair for flu. You know, you
Yes,
have flu,
for
they
flu.
kind of-
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a cough, a sore throat, you can easily clear that with this.
So do you use one blender for all this?
No, we don't. Basically, we have 3 types of, let me call them machines, because we have a juicer. Juicer, we use it for the fruits that we want to extract just the juice. That's pineapple, either cucumber, beetroot, and carrot. And then we have an extractor for the oranges. That is specifically just for the orange and the lime. And then we have one blender that is dedicated for the dawa and dawa shots, simply because the ingredients we use in this, we do not want them mixing with the fruit juices, especially the turmeric, ginger, lime, the mixture. We don't want it mixing like the normal fruit juices. And then the normal fruit juices, we have a blender for that specifically. Yeah, so basically I'll say I have like 4 of those.
4 of those
Yes.
blenders. What? Okay.
Yeah.
That's informative. So like any other business, there are definitely challenges and also benefits. Maybe when you started or maybe in the course of the way you faced. What are some of the challenges you can say you've faced and also the benefits?
Okay, thank you for that question. I would say one of the biggest challenge I had is when I was beginning. That was 2019 as a business now. My biggest challenge was I didn't know how to market the product. And I was wondering how am I going to reach many people at the same time just grow the business to where I want to see it. And so I remember the first time I thought of printing some flyers, go dropping them in people's houses. At least I can start having a customer base in the estate. And with time, I realized that is not possible, because when I got to know the country requirements for regulations, for marketing, such, I have to go through a process that I dropped it. So I decided, well, I'll find a way. At some point, I also thought of engaging a marketer to come and do a research within the estate, and then when they're doing the research, because they are more legalized, they're able to tell people about my juice. I also thought, well, that I cannot afford. But thankfully, within the same year, there's from where the estate where I'm in, we have a WhatsApp group for ladies that we are able to market, and it has just been formed. That is, I'll probably talk about Nyaya Maps, of course, and that has been a great platform for me to market and to grow my business. So it's a paid up subscription where we do it every year, but you get to market your items every day as much as you can. So I have grown my customer base within the estate, especially because of that. Later on, we managed to grow our social media presence. So we engaged a social media marketer who is able to market our products on all our social media platforms. So basically, we've not had a challenge on that. What we can look at the current state is how to probably grow it further, so that we get to reach more people and get a wider customer base. So basically that is that. The other challenge we have had over time is having a sustainable delivery model. Currently what we have is when people order for juices, we get to use the Uber, Bolt, Boda, or customer have, whether they have their own delivery person to pick. So the cost of delivery is currently on the customer. So we are still working on that to see whether we can have something more reliable. But so far so good. We have worked with Boda, and we've tried as much as we can to, for most of the customers, we have worked with 2 riders. So most of the time you find they're a bit cheaper than the normal rates, so they are able to deliver to our customers. The third one is about fruits, seasonal fruits, the fruits that are not on season, and especially the mango and the passion, being that they are part of our leading fruits. So when they are out of season, you find the sales, they also go lower. But basically that we are still trusting God for something that is workable, because there's a time we tried something about freezing the pulp for the mango. So if you have a big freezer capacity, you're able to freeze some good amount, especially for the time the fruit is out of season. So that has really worked. For the fruits that we generally get all our fruits from the market, but one of the challenge that we had over years was especially the passion. It was a bit costly. So sometime last year, we managed to engage a farmer who is from Kiiru. So we currently get our fruit, passion fruit from Kiiru. So we just place an order whenever we need to, whatever it is, and they deliver to us. So we are looking at if we can get such kind of an agreement for most of the fruits. It will be cheaper, because then you find you don't have middlemen, you don't have to go to the market. That way you find the cost of the fruit is a bit lower. So that is something we are looking at. So those were basically the challenges we've had from the beginning till now. But the benefits we have is we look at our fruit juice is very high quality fresh fruit juice that is affordable, well packaged, and we have seen over time families embrace this as their major juice or drink in the house. So our desire is to make Love It Juice a household name, so that the next few years, when someone thinks about fresh juice, they'll think Love It. Yes, basically that's where we are.
Thank you. You've talked about affordability.
Yes.
I'm sure there's someone there. How much? I want to know.
Yes.
So tell us about the prices and also delivery. Do you deliver everywhere? Kuna places that are limited, you can't deliver? And how much also?
Okay. We'll start with the basic common juices. Those are the orange, passion, pineapple, pineapple mint. Those retail at 300 a liter. And then the classic juices start from 350. So that is a lime, guava,
and also
carrot, beetroot. But most of the time the those carrot juices, whichever, the more classic, depends on also the fruit and the cost of the fruit. So they may fluctuate between 350 and 400. We think and we know our prices are the best, because if you can get a liter for 300 and in a hotel you get a glass at 300, come on, what are you looking at? Yeah, so basically that's for the deliveries. With the border or the rider that we use, most of them will range, depending on where it is, of course, between 300 and 600. We do a lot of either Eastlands, Westlands, and most of the people, if you're not able to afford a higher rate, we can agree, if I'm going to town, I carry your delivery, and then you get an Uber from town to your location, which is a bit cheaper. So it's normally based on how we agree with the customer and how they want to get their delivery.
Okay.
Yes.
You have not told us the price for...
Yes, this one. For the shots, this one is 500. As a pack. And the 1 liter is 450. Yes, very affordable. And I know there are people because there are people who think, do we return the bottles or what? No, these ones we don't leave them. Once you buy, that's it. So we think we are we are very affordable for this package. Yes.
I understand you also do, you personalize stickers for events. You're going to show us, but does the price increase for when you're personalizing?
Basically, no, because, what happens is we have a minimum order quantity for personalized branding for juices. So we do that for events. We've done people for graduation, for wedding anniversaries, birthday parties, whichever. So what we do is we'll personalize your sticker. The people would want a photo and the image, is it graduation, whatever it is. So we normally do that for 300 ml or 500 ml. Okay. Yeah, depending on what the customer wants. And the minimum order quantity for that should be 30 and above. So like 30 bottles, either the 300 or the 500 ml. So that means the price for half, if it is the orange is 300 a liter, half a liter is 150. The 300 ml is 100. So we still maintain the cost as long as you meet the buffer for the minimum order. Yes.
So are you just based around Nairobi, or do you do deliveries Western, someone living in Western, someone in different places?
Well, at the moment we are just within Nairobi. Reason being our juice is fresh fruit juice. It doesn't have preservatives. So if we start transporting this to long distance, it may not reach there as fresh. However, there's once we tried to send someone in Western. Tell us Western. Well, it reached safely. What happened? We had to send them as frozen juices. And that can only work with some juices, especially the light juices, either the lime, orange, and passion. But these other ones, even if they are frozen, it's a risk. So we tried, but we saw we don't want to risk that. Yeah, so basically it's just within Nairobi. Yes.
Okay. I understand you also have treats. These are Lavid treats, right?
Yes.
Tell us something about this.
So Lavid Treats is one of the innovations we've had over the last 3 years. So we figured we needed to have a different arm of business apart from the juice, just to add on to what we do. And our the first item we started with is honey, where we get it from a reliable source, pure honey from Kiiru. Yes, and it's quality honey. You should try it. It's not like the ones we have in the market that have been added things here and there. So this, we only sell it in 1 kg, and 1 kg is 800. Yes. The second thing ventured on is the granola, homemade granola, made by me in my kitchen. So this is a healthy cereal that you're able to take it for your breakfast. You just mix it with fruit and some yogurt. There are people who sort of it like peanuts, just munch on them. So it depends on how you want to take it. But it's a healthy cereal and it's very filling. Our latest invention has been homemade chocolates, where we have partnered with a friend of ours. So she does the chocolates and then we brand and sell. And this has been a good hit over the last 1-2 years. And we've also done this for events. So you want them personalized also for birthday, graduation, or Thanksgiving event. We've done this a lot. So, but that also depends. There's also a minimum order. So we have a silver, golden package. So once you talk to us, we're able to give you the price. Yes, the details. Yeah. Okay. The prices will vary also. Because currently the economy prices have gone a bit higher. Normally we used to sell this small. This is actually 50 grams each. We used to sell it at 150. Now we are selling at 170.
170
Yes.
for just this one?
This one,
Okay.
yes. We have, this is 50, we have 100 grams, but currently they are not here, and 25 grams. Yes.
So the flavors are?
We currently have 7 to 8 flavors, and our leading flavor in this has been the blueberry. I don't know whether it's here or it's over. We have a blueberry.
Yeah.
Blueberry is our leading flavor. And then we have white mint. We also have dark mint. It's over. And white chocolate. We have raspberry. And we have strawberry. Strawberry here. And then we have milk. Yes, basically the most selling, the highest selling flavors. Even for events, you'll find people will pick like 4 flavors. So you pick one of the berries, either strawberry, raspberry, or blueberry, and then you pick a white chocolate and what do you call it? The mint, dark mint or white mint. Yes. And they are very tasty. Try us, compare with the market.
We need to try.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So Joyce, what would you tell that person watching you that wants to start? Definitely there's someone who wants to start, but the person is like, should I? What if it doesn't work? I'm not sure if it will work. What if I don't get customers? What would you like to try them?
Basically, my greatest advice would be believe in yourself and believe in your brand. Whatever it is that you want to start, there's always a starting point for something. You see, for me, it was first a hobby, a passion, and it has been there for many years. But as a business, it has been now for 5-6 years. So basically, you have to believe in yourself, in what you want to do, and don't give up. I mean, let whatever you're selling, because you put in your all in it, let it have a spiral effect of people talking about your product. Let customers talk about it. Let referrals come from other people, so that you're able to grow your brand in an organic and mostly an authentic way that is not yes, that one. So I would say, of course, there are many challenges in business, but you don't give up. You have to try and give it your all. At times, I look at it like, if I would not, I didn't begin to do the juices then. Start. If I had not started doing the juices, I would not be where I am today. Same to this, because actually from the juices we came to the treats, and then there's one that is not here. Now we decided to do Love It Merch. So we have branded merchandise for your gifts, whatever you want to gift someone, you want it branded. That is what you can get from us. So I'm personally a believer of this verse that says, cast your bread upon many waters, for you do not know. So for me, if you're not buying juice, you'll buy the treats. If you're not buying the treats, you'll buy the merchandise. But either way, trust in God, whatever you lay your hands to do, they are blessed. Yes.
Thank you. So would like for anyone who wants to follow you, follow Love It, you can give them the handles on social media, and also your number for anyone who wants to place delivery. Our editors are going to display it on the screen.
Okay. So our social media handles are Love It Juices, LUV, not LO, LUV, Love It Juices. Apart from the IG that you have a .ke at the end. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And then the numbers you can reach us are 0701 153 188. Therein you can get to see our catalog and the prices there. Make any queries anytime, you'll get a feedback. And we are happy to serve you. Another number you can reach us on if the 07 is not available, 0720587758. You're welcome.
So thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can reach out to Love It Juices for delivery. We also have Love It Treats, that is honey, chocolates, and granola. You can also ask for delivery at a cost. Thank you so much.